Alright, what's up everybody? It looks like we are live and ready to go. I'm JDublé. I'm here just doing some work on the new lighting rig. I'm going to be working on probably some effects stuff. I might do some coloring, like coming up with some color palettes and stuff. I'm not entirely sure, but let's go ahead and jump over into our light writing here. First thing I need to do is I need to go through some of my playbacks here and make sure that I turn off this fader activates stack. Because I don't think I want that to be a thing. I want these to be able to save with their fader positions where they are, at least for my main playbacks here. That may not be the case for all of them. I'm not entirely sure yet, but we're going to try that, and I want to try something here real fast. So I'm really hoping once I move this over to another computer I don't get this lag stuff anymore. So we saved it. I'm going to release all the playbacks. I'm going to pull the faders down, and I want to see if it doesn't save this fader movement here. So we're going to open the show, erase current show from memory, and pull it up. And no, okay, so it doesn't remember that the faders, it seems to just remember wherever the faders are right now. It doesn't seem to remember them, but at the very least I guess I can have this set so I can turn them all up. Hopefully I don't need, I really wish that the faders, I feel like they're supposed to remember their positions from the show. I don't know what it is, like what the option is that I need to make sure that they do that, but I'm gonna look through a little bit here and see if I can find out, because I do want the faders to control the HTP channel. So as long as I did this right, let's double check this. Yeah, okay, so even without the faders physically affecting it, when they turn on, they're still affecting, this still lets me run my automation, so I can have them dim down as I automate the show. So that's a good thing. Although I don't like that my test all dims is down all low for some reason here. Why is that the case? So let's see here. Test moving dims. There's that. See, the test all dimmers should be all the way up. Is this because now I don't know what's going on? Okay. So, okay, yeah, weird. Why is my test all dimmers? Is it because it's keeping the L25 basically because I'm not using the fader anymore? Does that mean that I have to explicitly tell it? Okay, it does mean that. So I'm going to need to remember that. I'm going to have to explicitly tell it. Does that mean that I want to have this one? Well, color actually should be LTP channels, not HTP channels. So the only ones that this should matter for is the dimmers and the dimmer chase. It shouldn't matter for like the movement effects. I should be able to have that all the way down, and it shouldn't matter. These should run regardless, and that's the case. So we're good. And okay, and then I can still use the fader to control it. Is that what's going on here? So I can still manually control it with the fader here, but if I just leave it off, having the fader off doesn't negate turning the stack on. So in this case, having the fader all the way off is actually what I want. I wonder if that's the case with these other ones too. Let's find out. If I turn that off and now I kick them on, nope. So that's not the case with this one. So I do need to have the fader all the way up for this particular playback. So anything dimmer related, I need to keep the faders up. And anything non-dimmer related, I don't have to. I wish I could change that. I'm 100% sure that there's a way to do this. Q stack is an intensity master. I don't think I want that. Well, actually, I wonder if I do want that. Nope, I apparently don't want that. Let's turn that off. Okay, so we're back now. All right, let's go ahead and we have all test all dimmers up. I've got some positions built, so let's go check out some of these things here. We'll just grab all the movers. And we'll go ahead and throw them into a position here. Let's do like, I don't know that I really need all that much space. I'm gonna move some of these, I think. See if I can organize a little bit. Boy, I'm really hoping when I move this to another computer, this lagging stops. Otherwise, I'm gonna have some serious problems to figure out. I'm hoping that it's just this computer, which wouldn't surprise me since I've been having issues with it. Okay, what do we want to work on? I think I want to, oh, okay, apparently that's not a position that I want. X Factor's a kind of cool position to work with. Had some new ones too. Let's see here, what's V2? That's actually pretty cool. We'll go with that one for now, that looks pretty good. And then I don't have anything in the color, so I should be able to change my color palettes, right? Cool, that works. So let's just turn off the color palette here. And then maybe we'll make a couple real fast. I feel like doing a couple real quick color palettes. Let's do some triple, man, I don't know why it does that. Make Darth fix it. Yeah, I don't know that, I honestly don't even know what the problem is. I don't know if it's like an overclocking issue, that like the fact that I'm overclocking my CPU is causing problems. I'm inclined to think that that's the issue, but I just don't know. I think I want to switch this. Let's try white on those and then yellow. Nope, let's do those in blue. Throw that into blue and then we'll put this one into yellow. That's pretty cool. I kind of think maybe those will be the ones in white and then that'll be the one in yellow. There we go. I like that better. Also, what's up, Ravens? How you doing? I gotta make sure I don't have a position in my programmer. Okay, no positions in the programmer, but we do want to make sure we select all the lights now. Actually, I don't think that matters for doing this. Let's go to our Q store. What's up, Hampy? How you doing? How is things? Let's see here. I feel like this is a yellow base, so we're gonna do like a yellow blue. We'll call this bubble crab. I need to come up with better names for all these things, but actually I'm partially considering that part of the lag is because I'm running capture and it's just destroying my graphics card. That might be part of what's lagging things out. There's a lighter one. So let's go ahead and set an icon. Split colors, we'll do yellow, blue. Yellow, blue. And then I want to test and make sure that like none of my other ones are doing it. So let's clear out the programmer. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Let's go back to my Q store, clear. So now we should be able to run these. Okay, so yeah, yellow and blue. Yep. I'm working on getting some more yellow and blue color palettes because I don't have a bunch at the moment. So that one's got yellow in the back. Oh, did I legit already have this? Are these two like the exact same thing? I'm kind of confused as to... Okay, so that one has like yellow lights up front. So does this one. Okay, so these are the same. I did already have this one. So let's go ahead and change it up a little bit. I'm gonna remove that Q. Yeah, it's probably that. I probably just need to not be overclocking. Just because I've noticed that the computer seems to kind of hate it. Ugh, Jesus. I also don't know why it jumps like that to the bottom of the group list sometimes. It does that with a bunch of my lists. And I really wish I could figure out why it does that. So let's see here. Let's see if we can change this up. We'll do white and then yellow. And then blue there. That way it's a little bit different. Although I feel like that might be... Let's just go to the Q store and record this. Clear out the programmer. What was this one? Okay, so yeah, those are the same, aren't they? Wait, what's... I feel like it's being weird. Either way, we already have these color palettes, so I guess we don't need to worry about it. I already have one with a little bit of yellow. I don't have one with blue in the second position, so I think we'll do that. So which one here is... So we'll make those white. And then is this the movers? Yeah, and then we'll make that yellow. There we go. That's a little bit different. Although the yellow or white kind of wash out the blue. I'm hoping that changes with, you know, real life, but we'll find out. Let's go and record this in. We're gonna put this down here in yellow and blue. Call it bubble crab. Okay. I'm gonna take a break from, I'm not gonna go too hard on color palettes. We already have a lot of them, so, oops, I did the wrong button. Shift set, oops. Oh, come on. Split colors, yellow, blue. Where's yellow, blue? Yellow, blue. Okay, and then we can organize this a little bit better later, but now we've got our color palette in. I'm gonna switch to a different color palette for the moment though, I think. Oh, I need to clear out the programmer, don't I? Let's see here, what do I wanna use? I kinda like that one, but actually we'll go with this one for the moment. Let's go play with some movement effects. That's what I think I wanna try. I feel like I should put the lights into a different pattern so I have a better idea of exactly what they're doing. So let's go ahead and put them into like, let's pan reset everything. And then maybe just push them forward just a little bit more. There we go. That should give me a decent idea of what everything's doing. Clear out the programmer. So let's grab all the movers. I think we'll just do everything all at once here for the first effect. And we'll do position. Let's just do like a circle effect here. So let's get a, let's bring the size down a bit, get a little smaller effect here. Also, I apparently want to have that all the way up, or does that not affect it before it's programmed? I don't know. It's probably because I had it at 2.4 seconds. Okay. So first things first, let's get rid of the spread so that they're all in sync, and then we can kind of work from there on how we want this to break up. Let's see here. So let's make it go a little bit faster. I wonder if what's going on is my tap tempo is not very fast. Yeah, I think my tempo was just really slow. So let's get it about 120. Now they're kind of moving in sync nicely. I don't know if I'll ever have any where they're moving in perfect sync like this. Let's go back to our programmer. We could switch this to be center in now that it's at least kind of doing something kind of cool. Now the real question is, do I want to maybe add like, do it in parts? What about parts of threes? Apparently parts doesn't, oh, you know what? That's why. It's because there's no spread. In group? No. Okay, so let's add some width to it. Like 20%. Oh, apparently I can't add width if there's, set 0 size. Okay, where is the... Oh, here's the spread. Put like a 20% spread. What happens if we get up to like 50% spread? So now we have kind of a little bit of follow action going on. Can I add width to it now? Okay, so apparently width just doesn't affect this. This is starting to look pretty cool. What happens if we do it in parts of 2 now? What about parts of 3s? I want to make sure it's not too similar to effects I already have built. What if we go backwards? Now it's like 2s. That's a pretty cool like little searchlight type effect. I don't want everything running, you know, exactly the same. Although I do need like the follow effect. Maybe I'll work on that real quick. So we'll just run it forwards. And let's make the size a little bit bigger. So we have a little bit bigger of a whip to things. Actually, maybe a little bit less for maybe like 12% size. The only thing that's a bummer is I don't have a very big room, so I can't like get away with really big effects without making them take a little bit longer. There we go. Now that's starting to look kind of cool. Let's do parts of threes. You woke after sleeping 30 minutes? Oh, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I hate it when that happens. We do segments of twos. What about segments of threes? Center out. What does that look like? Ooh, there we go. Now we're talking. So now we just got to find the right spread. This is starting to look good. Let's do a 75% spread. Whip, whip. Maybe like 85% spread. Whip, whip. I wish they'd come around a little faster. Let's try speeding it up a little bit. Whip, whip. Yeah, that's kind of more what I want. What happens if I bring the parts back down to twos? Now the backlight is off sync a little bit. The only thing I don't like is I'm not getting like a circle here. This is more of like a square kind of thing, which isn't the worst thing in the world. What happens if I set the crossfade to 0? Then it just stopped. Oh, interesting. Okay, so maybe we just need to bring the size down a little bit. Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. They're like kind of stepping instead of smoothly running a circle. They got like little 4. Dude, I hate when my sleeping schedule gets fucked up. It's the worst. There's nothing worse than having your sleeping schedule get all messed up. Oops, not 100. Let's do 1 second. I kind of like this like jaggedy movement thing. I haven't seen an effect quite like that before, so I kind of like that. We might go ahead and stick with this and then save this and build off of it later. Do something a little bit different. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and save this. Oh, stay till Monday. Damn, that's a bad time to get your sleeping schedule messed up for sure. That's no fun. Let's see here at 1 second. And I think I want to keep most of my stuff at like 1/2 second or half a second, because then I can speed it up or slow it down and keep it to the beat pretty easily. So I think I'll go ahead and speed this up. Actually, what does it do at 0.25 seconds? Okay. So I don't think I'll ever want it to run like that, but I do like this like step, 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 step kind of thing. That's really cool. Especially with them all being out of sync like this, it has a really cool look to it. Although it might look a little better if they were in sync. Let's find out. So where's that at? That's the spread. This might look cool if I were like flashing the dimmers. That was really weird that they decided to point forward there for a second. So I think I'll say this is 2 separate effects. So let's see here. Let's go back to the effects page and we'll go ahead and here's our, so we're gonna call this square beat. No, this is more of a diamond. We'll call this diamond beat sync. And we'll record it right there. Let's go ahead and clear out the programmer. And then I want to set a diamond for this. Should be in effects, I would think. There's my diamond. So we'll just move that down here. Okay, let's turn that off. But let's include it back in the programmer. because we're going to use this as a stepping stool to program some different effects. So I did want to have one with the spread. So that was in spread, we'll call it like 50%. What happens if we put the spread at 100%? I kind of like that because now they're back in sync but moving different directions. So I think I like the spread to be at 100%. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and save that. We're going to record this as diamond beat outsync. I don't know what else to call it. That'll work for now. So clear that programmer and set that. Nope, I wanted effects. Well, that's not what I was wanting to do. Let's try this again. The program lagged up on me a little bit. I'm really hoping once I get this over to the other computer that we're going to be in a lot better shape. So let's start over. Let's try again. Actually, real quick, I wanted to see what those look like in different positions. So let's go back to our effects window. And let's turn this one on. So this is just with everything in a kind of centered out position. What if we start trying some of these other positions? So, God, now we get some really cool stuff. This is going to be a cool effect. Especially once we get some cool dimmer chases going on. I also have some wipes built. I think I already have those in my queue store. Do I? I should be able to queue these off. Like I could, where did I save those? Are they all the way down here? Yeah. My effects, so I should be able to like wipe. Actually, I need to set up my soft palettes to be white for the movers. Okay, yeah, they're white. So we'll go back to the queue store. If I hit this, they should wipe the wipe left to right now, and then I should have a wipe from center. Although I would probably want to slow these down because when they're moving like this, you can't see them wiping as much. So the wipes I'll probably only use if I keep them in like a straight kind of thing. But this is pretty cool. Do I just have this running in my queue store? Is that what I did? No, it's running in my effects window, so that means it's loaded up into the programmer, right? Okay. Let's try a couple more positions and see what else this does. Yeah, this is awesome. You can get a lot of traction out of this. Definitely gonna get a lot of traction out of this. Let's change our color palette though. Maybe what is, no, that one's not great for writing. I mean, I do like that, but I need to make some green, blue, and purple. What the hell is this? Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here. Oh. Are these, in my queue store, are these my effects? Did it auto put these in here? It did. Okay, so I need to name and move these around. That's oh, that's why it didn't do that. Okay, I understand why it didn't name this one. So let's go effects. This needs to be a diamond, and then, oh shoot, I should have just done those both at the same time. Okay, and then here we want to name this diamond beat outsync. And then let's go ahead and move both of these. Oops. Move. Where's my effects at? They're down here. So those are going to go there. Okay. And then those are going to be my dimmer effects. So let's go ahead and move these down one. There we go. That way I have a little bit of separation. I don't really think I'm going to make that many more positions. I feel like I have quite a lot. I'm going to leave myself like 2 or 3 rows, but I don't need anywhere near this much room. So let's go ahead and move these up. I'll probably end up changing my mind about this as time goes on because it'll be growing, but at least for now we can get these going. Oh, those aren't working because they're in my queue stack. So let's release this queue stack. And now we can move these. I'm slowly getting the hang of this program. Come on, stop lagging. effects up. Do I have any more down here, or is that it? Okay. So if I kick this on, that should overwrite that. Okay, so that does work. That's good to know that I can stomp those. And I can also run all of my effects from here. Actually, I need to oh no, this is fine. I'm gonna include that in the programmer and see if I can update it though, because I feel like it's a little bit fast. We're just gonna switch it to 1 second because I'm never gonna use it as fast as I had it there, I don't think. So we'll go ahead and update that. Let's clear that out of the programmer and make sure it worked. I think it worked. Let's find out. Let's include it. Yep, it updated. Cool. So I need to remember that whenever I do add effects, it automatically puts it into my queue store. So I'm going to need to remember to come and organize that as I go. Oh, oops. You're supposed to be up there. Where are these supposed to go? The effects reset, basic circle. I guess they should go. Move FX speed. I don't need that anymore, do I? Oh wait, is that my Q stack? I think that is. I don't know that I really need that, but I have a feeling if I try and tell it to remove it, it's going to tell me that it's in use in a Q stack. Right? Remove. Yeah, it's used in Q stack 3. I could probably get rid of that, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, I've got my basic circle here, so we've got a few different movement effects going on. And then these are my dimmers. They're not going to do anything right now because I have everything dimmed up, but so you can't really see them do anything. But if I were to black out, then you'd be able to see this dimmer effect going. So I've got a lot of work to get a lot of dimmer effects going. Let's play with some more movement here. So let's turn that dimmer effect off. Also, that's weird that the lights position themselves over like that. I must have hit a reset button or something that did that. So let's go put them back into a position. I think we're gonna go ahead and stick with the kind of straight down position for understanding the effects. We'll put them there and then do a pan reset. I should get them back facing forward for us again. Clear out the programmer and let's grab all of these again. Let's do like a, let's see what we can do with a tilt effect here. I'm gonna go to let's see here. I kind of need like a new one. I'm just gonna use some of my generic playbacks here to give me some do I need to have those? Okay, I don't need to have the faders up to be able to flash these, so that's good. Although I can easily record the fader movements as I go, so it's not the end of the world. It's gonna be so fun to hit the blinders. It's gonna be so fun when I have my controller to flash these things. I'm looking forward to it. Let's turn my wash lights up just a little bit here. Okay, and then now we're gonna go work on I want to mess with this like tilt with dimmer deal because I feel like there's something to be done here to get a cool effect. So I think for this one we're just gonna do just the ceiling movers. What's up, Gutson? How you doing? How's it going? Let's see here. So let's go to effects. Let's add a new effect to the ceiling. We're gonna go position, and there should be like a tilt. I think it's this tilt dim. I don't know what tilt DMX fade is, but let's do tilt dim. And now we should be able to do one of these kind of effects where we have them hit the top and then fall down. So first things first, I'm going to So how's your night going, Guts? And hopefully you're doing well. I set the width to 0, so that should have them all. Okay, no, the width does not do what I thought it was going to do. So putting them at 100 makes them all do the same thing. Like 20 maybe? This is where we start getting hope to get lucky here. Doing all right? I'm glad to hear that. What if I set the crossfade to 0? Let's run backwards. Actually, you know what? Let's do this as a center out movement. So that way they move in twos. I want it to go the other direction though. So how do I get it to go the other direction? There's got to be a way to flip this around so that it goes the other direction, right? Is that what the width was gonna do? Nope, that just puts them all tilted all of the way. 100 made them just stick up here and not do anything. Okay. So yeah, they're going that way. I kind of wanted them to go the other way. Is there a way to reverse that? Making the size 0 does not do that. Okay, so the size is important because I want that to get like all the way to the top, but I do want them to start at the top. Spread it. None? Okay. So that just makes them all move in sync. That's okay for now. Invert. There we go. So invert is the option that we were looking for. So let's make the speed like 1 second. And then let's make the size like 100. Can they even move that fast? I don't think they can even move fast enough to do this. Okay, so let's set the width to like 50. Okay, never mind. We just needed to up the width. Oh, but they're not making it all the way back up, are they? So they're like slowly getting further and further back because they can't reset. That's interesting. So let's set it to 2 beats and see if that can get us there. Okay, so first things first, let's set it to like 5. That way they should be able to reset back to the top. Okay. So maybe let's try setting it to 3 seconds. Where does that stop? Okay, so that's a little too long. Let's try like 2.2 seconds. 2.2. I want them to stop like right when they hit the bottom. They're not going to fully reset there, are they? Can I just like stop it? Now run it. Down and off. They're not quite making it all the way back up though. So let's try killing the width. Turn them off. Let them reset. A lot of trial and error to figure this out. There we go. Perfect. Now the catch is, how do I get him to sync with the beat? We'll have to come in here and edit stuff once we start automating the show, because I'm not entirely sure how it's all going to end up playing out. We'll have to see about that once we get to that point. But now we can start spreading them out. So what happens if we do like a 50% spread? Okay, that's pretty cool. What about like a full 100% spread? Now they're like more one at a time. Now the real question is, do I want to add a pan effect to this? I don't think I do for now. I do kind of feel like I want to try and do, oh really? I can't do center in and center out in invert mode? That's a bummer. I bet you I can work my way around this though. Let's go. Yeah, we can do invert in segments. Oh wait, no, that's not doing what I want, is it? So let's go back to invert and let's restart it. I'm gonna learn this effects engine one of these days. I'm gonna figure this out somehow. That's interesting. That did some weird stuff. Put it back to normal here. Crossfade. What happens if I crossfade it? I don't think I want this to crossfade actually. I think I want it to be a 0 crossfade so that they all turn off as they go. They're not getting fully reset, are they? I think they're like slowly working their way backwards the longer the effect runs. Also, how come stop isn't resetting it like it did before? It's weird because most of them seem like they're getting, oh, some of them seem like they're getting up. Maybe it's the spread. Let's try and get rid of that. Oh, you know what? I think I know what part of my problem is here. I think I should have changed the size. I think we want to make that like 50%. So I think we want to kind of rethink this here. Set that to 1 second and see if we can get this to go in time here. Make the size like 20. About 45. Okay, so let's stop the effect. Weird. I don't know why stopping the effect isn't resetting the position now like it was before. Debating whether or not to buy a 2-pound box of sour gummy candy. I can understand. That's a pretty big commitment there. You know what? I think one thing we need to do here is, I think we need to come back and explicitly say inside this one that our position. So let's grab our ceiling movers and make all of our positions like all up. So let's put them into a blinder. Doesn't blinder like go all the way there? Because if so, then I think my effect. Let's run this. Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking. Can I get it to go a little bit farther? Can I get it to, if I change the size now, will it move faster? I can't tell. I think I found the maximum that it can do in 1 second. But I do think we can go ahead and size this up. Because now, with it sized up, now it'll let me slow it down and I can do it differently later. It's still weird that I can't do. Ooh, that's interesting. We do like left right, so one goes up, one goes down. Not sure why it like decided to stop there for a minute. It must have just not been getting DMX for a second. But this is kind of cool. But then what if we do like parts of 2? Parts of 3? Okay, so apparently parts doesn't matter. What about segments? I guess the left-right thing is overriding the parts and the segments. So let's try this. Let's, instead of doing the invert left and right, let's just put it back into invert. Oh, come on. Stop. £2 is a hell of a lot of sour gummy candy. Okay, so what if we do it in parts of 2? Apparently the parts thing does not want to work for this particular effect. Segments of 2? Try putting it into invert segments. It's not quite what I was looking for, but stop it real quick so that it resets. And now let's try running it and see what it does. That is pretty cool. I can't tell if it's making it all the way back up every time or not. Now it's definitely not making it back up every time once I put it into segments of 3s. 4 segments. Have I released any original music? Yeah, I have. I have like, I don't know, something like 4 or 5 albums that I put out over the last few years. 2 or 3 of them were like old death metal style albums, and then I had like a progressive rock album. I also put out a record of like video game covers. So I've done quite a lot of albums. I'm kind of just taking a break from it at the moment. Why? The inconsistency stuff is weird. I don't understand sometimes why it's like why things happen like this. Like when I hit stop before, it was making it revert to its positions, and I'm wondering if it's just because it's like not catching DMX or something. I don't know. Let's see here. So let's try changing. Well, I can't do the odd. A few. Yeah, it's been a little while. Shut up, Darth. I know I'm old. Fuck you. I really don't like that I'm having problems with the DMX output lagging. I feel like that's what's causing it to glitch out like this, and I don't like that. Because it's not letting me like full reset it if it hits a DMX glitch whenever maybe I'm just not understanding. That's also well within the world of possibility here. But I would think that my blinder position should take over a few times. Let's set the width. So at 100%, nothing happens. So 50% is where I want, because that's like where I get the most bang for my buck there. And then what is it? Is it spread that I want to do to make them? Still feel like they're not getting all of the way to the top. There we go. That's pretty cool. I really wish I could figure out why there's no like center in or center out for invert, but I guess I understand. It just sucks that these are going the wrong direction for this. I'm sure there's got to be a way to like invert the pan and tilt values. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Because that'd make things all super weird. Let's see here. Is there a way to invert pan and tilt? I don't think so. No. Oh, let's pan reset those because I accidentally did that. Let's see here. I mean, this is kind of cool, but it's not really what I was wanting. Maybe there's a different effect that, let's... Maybe there's an inverted tilt one that I'm just not aware of. Or maybe I just don't understand this. I guess maybe a better option would be to put them into two separate things. I don't know. Well, actually, this is kind of cool. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I just want it to go opposite of this. Like, I want it to go from the center out. Like, that's doing what I want. I just don't really want it to, I want it to be upside down. No, that's not gonna matter. I'll bet you there's like a simple button here somewhere that I'm just not seeing. Some stupid thing. Oops, I want that to run. I'm sure that there's something super obvious that I'm missing. Real quick, I'm going to switch to the capture screen while I grab some more music.
What we're gonna do right here is go back. Way back.
Pull magic cube back up. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Oh, no crossfade. Well, for now, I will want to use this eventually, so let's go ahead and do the invert, because I do want to have this effect. Like, I know I want this. It would just be cool to be able to figure out a way. Oh, you know what? I know a way I could do it. It's not an ideal way to do it, but it is a way I could do this. So we're gonna go into our levels and let's make sure to get rid of these things. Let's remove those because I don't want to be storing those. And now let's go to our effects and we're gonna call this, oops, I don't need to do that. What do we want to call this? We're gonna call this tilt down fade LR. And we'll record that here. So I do know a way to do this. It's just not ideal, but actually, no, it'll be super easy. What am I thinking? This will be real easy. Let's clear out the programmer. So now what we can do here is we can do the same thing. We'll grab the ceiling movers, but where's this button at? Is it the single button? No. Let's clear. I gotta remember, there's a way to change the way the group selection is. There's a button here somewhere that'll change the group selection. Is it the all button? There we go. Reversed. So I'm not going to worry about saving this as a group because I can just pop in anytime I want. So now we can go back into position, tilt dim fade, tilt dim, and now we just set back up the same thing. I think, did we have it at 1 second? I'm going to have to go back and look at what it was, but, and run it in invert with a width of 50. Stop so they can reset, although they didn't want to reset, but there we go. It's closer, even though the middle ones didn't want to reset for some reason. No. Maybe if I set the 0 size, will that let them reboot? Run. Boom, there we go. So now we're running right to left. Very cool and super easy. back to our effects, and this one we'll call tilt down fade right left. And just to double check that that's recording into my cue store, that should be popping in somewhere here, right? I thought it put it into the cue store, but maybe it's, oh, okay, here they are. It's over here at Q129 for some reason or another. Maybe that's because that's like what I had selected. I don't know. Let's clear that and let's go do ceiling movers, and we'll do all center out. New effect. I don't need that anymore. We'll do position, tilt dim. This is going to be an effect that we use quite a lot, I think, so. We don't want any crossfade. Size can stay at 100. The direction is going to be forward. The spread should be 100. And width was what, 50? So then if we put it at 0 size so the lights can reset themselves. Actually, I feel like I kind of fucked up and I should have, oh, right, I need to invert. Did I forget to invert the other one? I really want to do this in segments of 2s. That's what I want, but it's not quite there. No. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. That's cool. I'm gonna let this run for a second. I'm gonna go use the restroom. Be right back. Okay, so let's see here. I think this is looking good. Is it fully resetting? I don't know why it's like still set the 0 size. I feel like it's still like starting to cycle off, and maybe I just need to make the width like a little bit less so it doesn't go quite so long. Cause yeah, it's like, it's not making it all the way back up. Maybe I went the wrong direction there. Now it looks like we're starting to get, okay, there we go. Oh, hold on. Now it's not going down quite far enough. Let's try 60. 55. That's pretty cool. We might make some amendments once I start actually like mapping these to songs and have a little bit more understanding of how that's all going to work. Because I still don't completely know how that's going to work. So we'll find out when we get there. Let's call this tilt down fade. Oops, if I could spell. Tilt down fade center in. We'll record that there. Real quick, I wanted to load this one up and look. Okay, I did invert this one. Okay, QStore, I don't know where it, okay, there it is. So it's just putting it there for some reason. I have no idea why it chose there to put these effects, but whatever. Whatever you say, computer program. I'll listen to you. Wanted to turn that off. I don't know why those are yellow. I must be on some color palette that's yellow. So last one. Let's grab the ceiling movers, and we're going to grab them all from the center. Was that one center out, or was that center in? I'm gonna try center out and see what that does. Let's do effects, position, tilt dim. And now we want to set this all up. So we had that, crossfade of 0, size of 100's fine. Direction should be inverted. And then I'm going to want to 0 size it so that all the lights can reset up to the position. Also, I'm going to need to remember to put them into the correct position for this, which is going to be tricky because I'm going to need to either move them in dark or have them like move to the position and then start kicking off. So one of those two is going to have to happen when I use this effect. Let's get rid of the 0 size. Oh, I wanted to set this to like 65. Is that what I had it at? Was 65 in segments of 2. Take it easier, Gutson, and I am quite certain I will definitely have fun with the lights. I feel like this is the same way we went before. Oh, okay, there we go. Although that doesn't do the running the correct way, because I don't really want them going up. Although I am going to want an effect where they run up eventually. But that's a different effect. We'll work on that later. For now, invert is what I want. So I think I want to clear this out and reverse the selection. I wanted to go into center. Or is that what I just did? I don't even know. Tilt dim. Speed of 1 second. And we definitely want to invert the direction. No crossfade. And then the width was like 65. And then in segments of 2s. I must like just keep doing it the wrong way, because this looks like it's doing the exact same thing. Oh wait, is this the opposite? I need to look at the other one. Where's my effects window? Okay, so that is coming from the outside. Oh, that's like running in a really weird way. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, never mind. So that is going out. All center out. And then let's go ahead and get a new effect going of a tilt dim. 1 second with no crossfade. Set the spread to none for the moment, just so I can make sure I get the effect running correctly. And then we want to invert it. Where's my invert? Fucking DMX getting stuck. That's obnoxious. Okay, so that's not quite right. 55? 45? Yeah, that's a problem. 65. Okay, so I want it to be a little bit more than that. Maybe I just need to make the speed longer. That's probably what I should have done with all of these, and then now we can make the width less. I might go back and re-edit the other ones. Okay. Okay, so I think I want to go the opposite direction here. Maybe the width should just be 50%. Okay, so that's what I want. I want the width at 50%, so I should go back and edit the other ones and just make them take a little bit longer. That makes more sense. Although, I should be able to edit that later, so... There we go. Now if I slow it down, they should go longer. Okay, so 50% width in 1 second was where I want things, for sure. So now let's up the spread to 100%. And do it in segments of 2s. Let's zero it out for a second so they can reset. It's so hard to tell if it's actually running backwards, but I don't think it is doing what I want it to do. I feel like the invert's making it not select correctly. Every single time it looks like it's heading outwards, not inwards, and I really want it to come inwards, the other direction of this. And I'm not sure why it won't do that no matter how I select it. Minus 100. Okay, so there is no like going minus 100. That's not a thing. Kind of confused as to why the invert segments doesn't work. I mean, that's kind of cool, but I don't feel like that's how it's going to run when it starts. Zero it out for a second. That's actually pretty cool. I'm going to save that because I like that. Although it's not quite like resetting correctly, is it? It looks like it's not making it back up. Let's zero it back out and see if that's the case. Zero it out. It's probably because I messed with that delay button, because it seems like it's getting up. I can't tell if it's like cycling out every now and again, but it doesn't look like it is. I think we're okay. Boy, it's going to be so hard to get good effects going when I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, but this isn't cycling out, so we're going to go ahead and record this. Out, down, in, up. Sure, that works. Okay, so we got a couple effects here. Let's clear out the programmer and we'll set the icons for these. We're just gonna use this like tilt dimmer effect icon thing that I was using, and then let's go organize it in the Q store as well, which is something I wish it would do. Oh my god, I wish that didn't work that way. There's so many things that I wish I had choices about the way they worked. Move. Okay. There we go. where are those at? Or actually, these are like movement positions with that, so I think we'll put those like here. Really? Did I not grab them to move them? That's obnoxious. Come on. Move. Come on, stop freezing on me. Boy, I swear, I just can't win with computers. No matter what I do. Just can't win with them. Okay, effects. Alright, so now we know we have our tilt effects that we can throw into our cue stacks whenever we want to use them. We just need to remember to put them in an upward position, because if they're not in an upward position, the effect is going to do very different things. Let's find out what it will do if we're in kind of different positions here. Come on. Actually, let's put it into like an actual position here and then run it. Actually, that's pretty cool too. So because I have all of these different positions, it gives us a lot of different effects with this, because now we could take this, right, and we could start moving this into new positions to essentially create effects on the fly. And I could change these too so that it was like 6-star. Now it should, oh, actually, you know what, that's not a good one. Let's go to Epic. Yo, I Suck Drums, thank you so much for the raid. What is up, everybody? How you all doing? We're sitting here playing with lighting cues and trying to slowly understand this new lighting program so that I can hopefully get a new light show going at some point in time. Yo, what's up, C4103? How you doing? How's everybody doing out there? Welcome all the raiders. How you doing? Oh, it's Spooky. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. All right, let's play with some more effects here. I'm going to clear out the programmer. Let's go turn this effect off. Oh, I Suck Drums, thank you so much for following. Appreciate you. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the dimmer on these lights now. For anybody who's curious what I'm doing, I am doing DMX programming. Essentially, I'm going to be using a new system using Chamsys to do all the lights for my stream, but I don't want to oh, no worries about the all caps. But I don't want to like lose the light show I have, because I have about 80 songs programmed. So I've got this visualizer that I built that's like a replica of my room, and I'm rebuilding the new light show and testing out a bunch of new effects line and stuff so that essentially so I don't have to lose what I already did. So let's go ahead and reset the position of the lights and just kind of throw them into a forward position here. So if you see like this screen here, this is the visualizer of my room that I can use to like push the lights around and test them and get an idea of what's going to be doing what as I get stuff built. So go ahead and clear out that programmer. Will chat have control? Unfortunately, no. It's going to be like a very, I don't know. There might be a way to do that down the road. I might look into doing that, but the way I'm doing it, it's all like very programmed out. And so I don't know that I have a way for chat to like override that, because even if a chat did have control, they would like do something and then in the next second like the computer would take over again. So I don't know if I'd have a good way to override that or not. What I would probably need to do is have like two separate types of shows, one where like the chat could completely control it and one where I had the pre-programmed thing out. So I might look into that. I might try and program a second set of controls that chat could run the lights, because I know it's a doable thing. I would just have to figure out how to get Chamsys to do it. I'm imagining I could probably control it via MIDI, just have a second set of things going. So let's see here. Let's go back into our effects program. We're just gonna grab all the movers this time. Effects, let's do position. Let's try some new ones that I haven't messed with much yet. Let's try a figure of 8. I really like to bring the size down to start. Let's just go for 2 seconds, and then I always like to try and get rid of the spread so that they're all moving in sync. It really helps me understand what they're doing a little bit better. Okay, so this is kind of a long effect, isn't it? It's pretty cool though. I like this figure 8 kind of thing. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Let's make it run in a 1 second time frame. Actually, like, let's size that down a little bit more. It gets a little finicky if it's trying to do something too big for itself. So maybe like 20%, and then I think half a second is pretty good. What does it do if I put it back at 1 second? It's a little bit slow, although once I spread it out, it may not look so bad. Like, let's do this. Let's direction it from the center out. I kind of have a few too many that are doing this like center out movement type thing, so I don't know if that's what I want to do or not. But we could start adding like parts. Because if I do it in parts, now it's got kind of a cool... DJ Flavor Day, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. That's starting to look cool. Let's see what happens if I push this into new positions, just to get a feel for it. I need to remember that I'm putting it into a new position, so I want to clear that out of my programmer, but let's try putting it into some new positions and see what it does. Like, I don't think I'll ever have it running quite this fast, but I like to program them a little bit faster because I can slow them down with macros later on. Top down, bottom X. What does that do? That's pretty cool. Yeah, so new positions give me a lot of flexibility with these effects. You actually had the software and you were running lights? Yeah, it's a really helpful tool for you know, getting a good start on your programming, because I'm sure once I get it out into the real world, I'll need to rebalance all of the colors, and there'll probably be a little bit of the movement stuff that's not quite what I anticipated. I'm sure that there'll be something that's not how I thought it was going to be, but you know, we'll figure it out. Let's see here. Let's put this onto... That's my movement. Let's just move it into blackout here. Locked up on me for a second there. So we're in blackout. Why am I getting... Okay, because I have the floor parts dimmed up. That's why. So let's push those up a little bit. I want to get a little bit more of a feel of what some of these things are doing. We're not writing those, so let's put a little bit of front wash in. Yeah, and especially since I have like 80 songs or something to write, it's really nice to not have to like immediately go into like, you know, having to have it all done right away. Bring the walls up. I'm gonna get a different color palette going here. Let's go to my cue storage. And especially since I'm just kind of learning this right now anyways, it's really nice to have the ability to write. Oh, let's throw on... Hive's kind of cool. I still need to make a whole lot of color palettes. I need to... Okay, this one's kind of cool. I'm gonna go with this one for the moment. We'll use Rat Racer. Do I have any color information in that? Nope. Okay, so that's all in my Q store. But yeah, as far as like roughing out ideas go, like having capture and being able to run this is going to be super helpful. It's going to save me so much time programming. Or just so much headaches because I can get it all worked out. I'm starting to feel pretty good about this effect. I kind of want to mess with it a little bit more though. I'm going to drop the parts here real quick. And let's try getting rid of... Okay, so the crossfade, removing that makes them do their movement in steps, which I do think is a cool effect. I do have that going for one of my other things. Like if I had like a really mechanical song, this would be a really cool effect for that. And then we could unspread them and then they'll do all kinds of weird things. That's weird. Oh, they're not in sync because of the position that I'm in. That makes sense. So let's see here. What happens if we leave them like that and then crossfade them? Because I do want to keep the smooth figure 8 pattern here. Can we like make that even bigger? No. Also, just as a fair warning, I've only been using Chamsys for maybe like a week, so I'm still very much so learning this program. If it seems like I have no idea what I'm doing, it's because I have no idea what I'm doing. There we go. Doing it in parts looks really cool. What if we do it in parts of 3s? I kind of liked parts of 2s, or segments of 2s. And then what if we part it out? There we go. Now it's starting to look cool. I'm gonna try moving the position again real fast. And I need to absolutely make sure to remember to remove the position from the programmer before I call this good. Cause see, like with not having the positions written into it, I can move them around so much more. So 6-star and put them into this. Cause then I can like slowly move them into new positions. So apparently that does it in, oh no, okay, I understand. 4-star and then move it into V. So I can kind of like reposition them within the effect. So I think this is looking pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool right there. That's a pretty cool effect. I dig that. I'm gonna change the gobo though. I hate this gobo. I hate it with a passion. Go to the execute page. Actually, I have it on page 2, don't I? Let's put it into the TARDIS. There we go. That's a much better gobo pattern. It's still not good, but also I have like a gobo shake pattern that doesn't come through in the visualizer, but it does work in real life. So that's another one of those things that I'm just gonna have to kind of figure out as I go. So let's go into our programmer. Let's make sure we get the position out of here because I don't want that to be part of my effect. Move that, and then, wait a minute. Oh, I screwed up. Okay, well, we gotta add the effect. Oh wait, can I undo that? Okay, I can't undo that. Apparently I can't undo that. I did it Okay, so let's see here. That was a figure of 8, and we had it going at 1 second. The crossfade was set to 0. The size was set to 20%, I think, and then the spread. Oh no, the crossfade's definitely 100% because that's my smoothness. Parts was 2 or 3, and then segments was 3s, right? I think we had this running at ½ second. Parts of 2s. There we go. I don't think that's quite what I had it doing, was it? I was doing center out. Well, here's where my lack of knowledge of this program is going to start hurting me. Okay, so we have a center out going. Segments of 2s. What was it? 1s. Okay, so that's segments of 1. So now they're like chunking together like that. So maybe it's segments of 2s. Now what happens if I do parts? Okay. And then let's... Are these lights in like... I think they're in... Actually, we'll set that to 25. I think 25 is where I want it to be. Let's see here. I think this is what I want. Or do I want center in? Okay, I think we're gonna go with that, and I can come back in here and edit this because I'm gonna want to put them into a new position to test it. I don't know why removing the position removed the effect. I must have done something dumb. Let's go to our effects store here and record this as, oops, I should have given it a name first. Figure 8, 3 segs, underscore 3 segs. That'll give me at least an idea of what it's doing. And then let's choose a figure 8 icon for it here. Where's a figure 8 icon? Somewhere in here it should be, I would think. There we go, figure 8. Now where the hell did it put it in my Q store? Because I'm sure it put it somewhere stupid. There it is. Why the hell it's there, who knows? So this was fig 8 underscore 3 segs. And let's set an icon for it. I know this is a lot of like busy work, But I take a lot of time to label things and organize and put like the markers and stuff on them, because if I don't, then down the road I am 100% certain I'm gonna get confused. So I try and organize them all here by type of effect and what they're doing. Actually, you know what? That's a movement effect, so let's put it up here. Let's give myself some space there. Let's clear that out of the programmer, and then I wanted to go back to the effects store because I named that figure 8, and I think I want to name it fig 8 underscore 3 segs, because I definitely don't need to write out figure 8 every single time. All right, come on, turn off. Oh, that's right, it puts it into the programmer if I do it from there. So we can kick it on here in the Q store, and then now I can go put stuff into new positions and see what that's gonna do. Cool. That's a pretty good effect. I am pretty excited about that. Doing it with that pointed in effect is really cool. I just gotta really hope that the lights behave. But yeah, being able to put lights into new positions plus having the effects on different playbacks is definitely gonna give me a lot of flexibility. And since I'm doing everything in one massive project, flexibility is kind of an important thing. It's really helpful for me to have reusability. I don't want to have to print cues with movement and color information or anything like that in there. What does forward blind look like? Yeah, so that's a pretty cool effect. It's not, I don't know if it's exactly what I had the first time, but it is cool. So let's go ahead and clear out the programmer. Actually, you know what? I can use my Q store to do this, can't I? I can go ahead and put lights into like an out position or an all in position from here. Okay. So do I have like a default forward? There we go. I like to start with the default just because it really makes it a whole lot easier to really understand what's going on. So let's go into our effects generator and grab a, let's see here. What if we do just like a pan effect? I don't have any straight pan effects yet. Okay, so half a second makes it really big. So that's as far as they can move in half of a second. I know in real life these things move pretty fast, so I think I might be able to get a pretty cool effect there, but we'll just go with 1 second. We'll go a nice big swath here. Can I get away with a slightly bigger size then? Okay. And then I'll probably also have like a dimmer chase going on as well, so that it feels like they're moving around a bit, but it's pretty cool having them chase after each other like that. What if we do it in segments? So now they're doing it in kind of chunks of 2. Well, that's kind of cool. You get this really cool like left-right movement kind of thing. Oh, okay, there we go. There's just like a straight in-out kind of thing. If we center out it, that doesn't really matter with the parts that we have, does it? But I do like this effect. This is pretty cool. Let's see what it does when we throw in some different positions with our Q store here, because we should be able to, oh man, yeah, this gets some cool stuff. Okay, we're just gonna save this real quick. Let's go to our effects store and I'll just do like a left-right kind of thing. We'll call this like left-right pan in. And we'll give that an icon of like a pan effect icon, which should just be like a left to right kind of thing. They've got to have one in here, right? Like you can't not have just a straight pan icon left to right. There's the up to down one. Where's the left to right? There it is. I don't love the organization that they have in this, or like the generic organization they have. Okay, let's check out a couple more positions with this because I'm really digging this. Oh, this is the effects store. Okay, let's clear that out of the programmer and go find it in the Q store. Where'd you end up? Is it time for new music? How did I know it was gonna put it here somewhere? feel like there's still music going there. Let me go check. Yeah, it's just fading in. We still got a bit more music in this one. Okay, so we have our left right pan in effect now. And let's see here. Let's we're gonna make a couple of these. We're gonna use this as a jump point to make a couple of these. And then let's set an icon for it. Effects. But I want to check what it looks like with a couple different positions here real quick. Once you start getting some of these X positions where the lights aren't in perfect sync, the movement starts looking a lot more interesting. Some of these off. That one's a really cool one. The point one does a lot of cool stuff. That one has some really cool things to it. What does eyes down do? Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see what some of these other positions do. Once we add in some dimmer effects with this as well, this is going to be a really cool deal. Okay, so once again, let's go back into our forward position, because that gives me the best idea of what's actually happening here. Let's go into our effects store, and if I just click on this now, actually that's not what I want to do. I want to include it into the programmer without actually turning it on. So here's where I wanted to mess with things. Let's remove the parts. Now we're just doing like if we do segments of 4s, now it's just like in perfect sync left to right. So let's save that as a new effect as well. So we're gonna call this left right pan sync, and we'll record that in here. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and set an icon. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about setting an icon for the moment, because I'm gonna make a few more of these left right things anyways. So that one's got some parts to it. You can see like the bottom ones are moving differently, whereas this one's running in perfect sync. Well, okay, except for the bottoms. Oops. Let's rename it. We'll call it LR ceiling sync pan. And then let's clear it and include it. Now I want to do that in groups of 4, because then I should be able to, oh wait, that is segments of 4. There's what, 6 lights? Or is it 5? I can't tell if the bottom movers are going the right direction or not because of my dudes. Let's move around and take a look. Nope, those are out of sync. So we want to do segments of 6s. And now the whole room should be running in a left-right sync. That's pretty cool. I wonder what that looks like from like camera positions. So you can still see the effect running when we're looking at it from some of our close-up cameras. You can't see it as much from the drum camera. What does it look like from behind the drummer? Just looks like a bunch of nonsense. Okay, we got the idea. We're keeping this one. Let's make sure that I don't have anything else in the programmer. Go back to my effects store. We'll call this LR pan sync, and we'll record that in. Oops, I should have. Let's rename that LR pan sync. I don't like doing the LR in lowercase for some reason. It looks really ugly to me. And I know I'm just kind of blowing through this. If anybody has any questions as to what's going on, or you know, if it's not making any sense or anything, just let me know. I can try my best to explain it if I can. If you're interested in what I'm seeing, this is, oh, that's not working. Why didn't that work? I don't know why that didn't work. Oh, actually, I do know why it didn't work. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Back to light writing, whatever. I'll fix that later. I see what I did wrong. What does this look like with some different positions, though? I kind of want to get a feel for that. Also, let's go ahead and move these while I'm thinking about it in my Q store. Oh, damn you, lag. I'm really thinking it's the overclocking that's causing that problem. Where's my left-right pan effects? There we go. So another thing that I'm doing is like I'm gonna have my dimmer effects on a different playback. That way, like I can have this running and a dimmer on a different playback. That way I can mix it up. I could use this effect with multiple different dimmer chases. It'll just give me a whole lot of flexibility, really, which is pretty nice. Actually, I could probably change this real quick. Give me a second, see if I can change this. I'm gonna pop over to vMix here so you can see what I'm working on. Basically what I'm trying to do is get that camera over there to show. Shortcuts, I don't know that I actually want to change this because that's gonna screw stuff up. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna pull this up and just gonna turn this into a black screen because I screwed it up earlier. And then this should be the camera. It's probably going to boot up with a bunch of goofy colors though, so we'll see what this does. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. The motion's not horrible, but we can definitely white balance it a little bit better. I can't actually tell if that's white balancing correctly or not, but oh well, you get the idea. So now I should be able to show the desk view. Yeah, if you're curious about what that looks like and how it's all rigged up. Let's see here. That's gonna be another fun thing. Here in a couple days, I'm gonna have a controller so I can start flashing. So I could We're gonna be able to do so much cool lighting stuff. I'll be able to record all those in and time code it to my song so that it all fires off. I wanted to check a couple positions with this. That one looks pretty cool. I might do like, let's do this though. Let's do some slower ones that take longer to go through their cycle. So we'll take all of, like, here's what we'll do. I'm gonna move all of these and I'm gonna, actually, that's a better plan. We're just going to increase the size. It won't matter for the lights themselves because they won't be able to complete their cycles, but I can tell them to slow down when I put them into playlists or into my cue stacks. I can automate those choices. So let's go to Q store. Let's turn this effect off. Let's go to my effects store, and can I just pull it up and then edit it in the programmer? Size. Let's put the size to like 50%. Actually, I guess I can put the size to just 100%. It doesn't really matter. Oh, can I not update that from here? Nothing to update. Okay, so maybe that's not the way to do this. I guess what we want to do is we want to include it into the programmer. Now we should be able to update the size, hit update, and that updates the queue. So now if we go into the queue store and hit that one, it should have the full amount. I'm fairly certain that these queues pull off of the information. I think. I hope. If not, I'll just need to make new queues. I should actually check that real fast. Let's find out. So the way we're gonna find out is by turning that off, and let's go back to our playbacks here, and we're gonna throw it into our move effects playback. So move effects playback, let's select that. And then give me my layout one. Oh no, I want Q store. Let's copy the pan left to right into the move effects, and now if we come in here, I can macro this. I should be able to tell it like L25, which essentially tells it to set the fader at 25% speed. So now if we step through here, oops, wrong one. So we should be able to step through, and now when we get to the pan one, since we have it on L25, it's able to run its full range of motion. We could change that to like L50 so it's only 50% size. Now let's kick it on. Because I don't really want it to like run all the way around. I just want it to like, that's pretty good. But this way I can automate this like per usage. So I can use this multiple times and tell it a different amount. So if I only wanted to do a short pan, we could do a short pan. If I only wanted, or if I wanted to do a nice long pan like this, we can. So cool. I do think though that this whole thing would look better if we switch over to just spotlights. That might look a little bit better. Yeah, I do like the gobo. I don't love the gobos on the wall, but they look better on the beams. Let's see here. Okay, so we don't need to, actually no, I do need to do that. We need to go ahead and turn this playback off. So let's release that playback. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and remove that cue. I don't need it in there anymore. So let's go to our effects store and let's include these and update them. I'm slowly figuring this program out. Clear, effects, include, boom. And then let's go to the programmer, set it to 100 size. And update, and so now we got that in there. I should probably do that with man, I should have checked that with the those dimmer tilt ones. Let's drop the dimmers on these playbacks here real quick and check these out. Let's go back to our cue. Actually, let's do it with the include effects, include this tilt down from the center. Okay, so let's look in the programmer, the size. Okay, I did size those to 100%. Cool. So that means I should be able to reset those to new values when I get to new songs or do different things. So that's good. So let's go ahead and clear that out and bring our dimmers back up. Let's push into a new position here just to do some testing. Oh, you know what? We have a little bit of organizing to do. Where did it put that last effect cue, or did I already move it into place? I'm trying to keep my store as organized as I can. So let's set these. And we'll set them to a L left right icon. It's a good track. And then let's do that in the effects store as well. So 80s. Okay. I've got to try and keep this as similarly organized as I possibly can. I really kind of wish it like automatically did some of this, but we'll live. So circle, square, and then I have pans. Oh, okay. Oops. Oh, that's an in-out. So wait, where's my... Do I not have that in-out one in here? I don't see it in my cue store, so let's move it. Actually, oh wait, there it is. I see it now. Let's move these over one. Destination queue is it's in use. Which one's in use? I'm gonna real quickly. I'm gonna release. Actually, I don't know which one's in use. Does it tell me? These numbers up here must mean something, like the numbers on the playbacks here or on the cues. I just don't know what they mean. Let's see here. Let's see if I can figure out which one. I think it's this one. Nope. Are you the one? Nope. So it's this one, the tilt down, fade left to right. Nope, they all moved. I don't know why it told me I couldn't do that before. And then we have the left right ones. What else am I missing here? Q store, the effects store. Okay, they look similar now. Again, like it's super not necessary, but it's just one of those like housekeeping things that is going to save me so much headaches down the road. And I am 100% certain. I'm gonna use this so often with 4 on the Floor songs. I wonder what that looks like from the like perspective of like performer cams. Does that matter? Okay, so I have that fader set to like a delay time, so if I put this fader up, I can hold it and they'll fade in and fade away. That's pretty cool. Let's go back to this. Let's reposition our effect thing here. So we're gonna go back to our Q store. Turn that off. Let's go back into forward. And then let's try another effect. Let's see what else we can get here. I'm sure that there's more we can get. All movers. Let's select them all center out. And then go into our effects generator from there and see what that does. Position. What else do we have here that I haven't messed with? Lift. I haven't messed with lift. I don't know what solo is. That's an interesting effect. Speed that up a little bit. That's a cool like asymmetrical kind of thing. Trying to understand what's happening here with this. Solo. Okay. So what if I put it into parts? Does that do anything cool? I'm not particularly loving this effect. I'm sure that there's something that's cool to be done with it, but I'm not seeing it. Let's set it inverted segments. So it's kind of just like walking around the room here. That's actually kind of cool. I never thought about doing that. What if we remove the segments and just do it in ones? Do it in parts of 2 from a center out. Okay, no, nope, not parts of 2. We want segments of 2. That's kind of got this like twitch thing. That's interesting. I kind of wish it would like go the opposite way sometimes though. What does center in do? Actually, what if we change this to like even odd? This is kind of cool, but I don't know that it would ever be super useful. Let's see here. What if we set it to like 1 second? But what if we jump the crossfade up? That's pretty cool. If I added a dimmer effect to this as well, so that like the dimmer chase was running. Actually, you know what? I should go get myself a dimmer chase. I'm gonna save this one real fast just because I think I might use it. This is one of those things I can only do so much because eventually I'm gonna need to just be like, you know, we're actually writing songs. So we'll call this solo Twitch. I'll put it right here. That should put it in the Q store as well, somewhere. There it is. I really wish I could figure that out. Okay, so let's clear that out of the programmer. I'm gonna go mess with a dimmer chase here because I want to be able to check some of these things out with dimmer chases and see what they do. So let's go ahead and set the icons for these solo Twitch ones. Somewhere in here is that solo. Actually, I think that was the icon. No, it wasn't quite the icon, was it? Effects is this one. That way I can know what they are. Let's go back to our effects store and we'll set that icon. Effects. Where'd you go? Okay, let's go do a dimmer chase. turn those dimmers off. Everything in this playlist is just so 80s. Got one. Let's grab all the movers, and we'll just do a dimmer chase across all the movers. So we'll do, I think I want to do any attribute, and we'll do this with a sine wave. Oh, you know what? I bet you I could create my own effect in a smarter way. We'll select the dimmer. We'll go up for 1 second. So this is just kind of like running across, and we want to size it up so that we get the full brightness out of the lights. It actually might look kind of cool to do, like, this is just like a really generic left to right dimmer chase, but I mean that will always be useful, so we should build some of my generic stuff, the stuff that's just going to get used all the time. Oh, where am I putting dimmer chases? I guess I'm doing them down here, aren't I? So I'll set this up as like a section for just mover dimmer chases. So we'll call this sine left right, and actually before we do it we should set it to like really fast. Not that fast. I was thinking something more like that. Okay, back to the effects store. Call this sine left right. We'll go ahead and record that in there. Did I have any positioning in the programmer? Okay, good. And then let's go back into our programmer. And is there a way for me to just run this backwards? Easy. Easy every day. Sine right left. You know what? I should actually... Let's clear that programmer. I should actually name this mover sine left right. That way I know what it is that I'm chasing. Mover sine right left. Okay, so now we got those going. Does that auto update these in my Q store as well? Nope, it does not rename them. That's a bummer. Mover sine left right. Mover sine right left. All the fun programming. Right, let's turn that off. I'm not going to worry about moving them for the moment. We'll deal with moving them all later for whatever reason. Let's go ahead and clear that out and include it into the programmer so we can edit it some more, because we're definitely going to make some changes. So let's run it from center in. So we're going to call this mover sine C in. And we'll go ahead and record that here. Back to our programmer. Let's do center out. These are all going to be useful, so there's no point in not having them all. We'll call this one mover sine C out. That's cool, like an odd even. And the nice thing is I'm doing these really fast because, and actually I probably should have done them even faster because I can edit the speeds later. Give me just a sec. I'm gonna run to the restroom. I drank way too much coffee. I'll be back in just a moment. I'll do this. We'll make this big so we can enjoy the fun chase while I'm gone. Actually, here, I'll turn on a movement effect with it too. We can do all the fun things. There. Okay. So I do have some questions that I just thought of while I was doing that. Did our music run out while I was gone? That's just bad timing. That's just bad timing. Okay. So do these things like get onto a weird cycle now or something? Or is it just that the particular movement effect I put on was not a very good choice? I'm not entirely sure. Keep scooting too close to the screen. Okay. I was gonna check this out. I wanted to go see if, let's turn that movement effect off and release that playback. What I want to know is, can I load multiple things up into the programmer at once from the effects store? So let's fire those up real fast and then head over to our effects store. What happens if I put like, oh, you know what? Let's bring these dimmers, release those playbacks. What happens if I put that on as well as like that and that? And then also maybe throw on like this thing. Oh, wait, bar chase is not working. Do I not have the dimmers up on those? I must not. There we go. So I can apparently put all of this into the programmer at once and create full-on looks like this. So now the question is, do I want to do it like that and do all of my color palettes with soft palettes? Because then it would be a lot easier for me to do this. But at the same time, I don't have to do this because I can just use playbacks to do this exact same thing. So I already have a system going to be able to do this. So I don't know that I see any reason to change my plan here. Let me think. Sine, and then I have the tilt, which actually I probably wouldn't want the tilt dimmer because that's probably stomping the sine wave anyways. It's got the 2 color going for the tetra bar. Okay, this is a cool look though. This is a really cool cool look for a song like this. Actually, I kind of dig it. Okay, let's clear out the programmer. Let's see here. So on the effects, let's go ahead and turn this playback off. Let's release that playback. And let's bring up our movers again. Actually, you know, I wanted to do more dimmer effects, so let's not do that. Let's bring the blinders down though. We definitely don't need those so bright to test dimmer effects. So back to layout 1. So you have to forgive me, like, kind of getting a little confused as to where I am sometimes. I'm still working on that. So let's grab all of our movers, go into our effects generator, and we're going to do any attribute. So we had a bunch of cosine or sine stuff going on. Let's do some square wave dimmers. And I think we're going to do kind of the same thing we did here before. We're just going to get some generics and have them do kind of the same thing as before. So, you know, simple left to right type stuff. We could bring the width down and like have it be super tight, but that's only going to look good if it's running super fast. That might mean making a few more cues, but that's okay. I can get to that when it comes to song programming. And for anybody who's interested, the reason I'm not programming songs right now and I'm just doing this is that with this program, Chamsys, it's actually called MagicQ. You have to have their hardware controller to be able to do any like automation, which I have in the mail. It should be here in like 2 days. And so once I have that, then I can jack into my recording program and I can start automating out songs, which I'm really looking forward to. That'll make it easier too, because then I'll have like a more direct idea of what it is that I'm building for at the moment. So let's record, we'll call this mover square left right. Record it there. Programmer, let's reverse that. Mover square right, left. I didn't have anything else in the programmer, did I? Okay, cool. And then we'll do center in. Mover, square, C in. And then the last one here. Mover, square, C out. Okay, so let's clear out the programmer. I should be able to pop any of these in now and quickly get those looks going. Okay, what else do I want to do here with these? There's probably some cool even odd type stuff. So let's go ahead and include you into the programmer. What else do we have that I want to do? That's actually pretty cool. What do I want to call this though? Call this like a split left, and then I'll do a split right. We're just going to use all these generic effects, and then because these are the type of dimmer chases that'll get used all over the place. Mover, sine, split LR. I hope that's not too long. It is a little bit, but that's okay. Back to the programmer. Let's split this, and instead of going left right, let's go right left. Boom, 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 boom. Because I don't think that there's a way for me to automate it to go backwards with macro automation in the Q stacks. But I should check that out because I might be able to do that in my Q stacks. Let's go take a look real fast. I'm actually curious. Oh shoot, I need the manual to know. Let's do this. So we're gonna look for Magic Q, Q stack macro. This should have a list of macros, I think. Tracking. Mark Qs, I don't need those right now. Oh, color tags. Q stack macros, here we go. Activate playback. So I need to put a generic activate playback macro into my chat ones. Once I get to there, that'll be my like generic one. Release playback with time. That could be helpful later on down the road. Test playback. Set the level of the playback that is running the macro. I don't know exactly what that means. Fade time. Set the level of playback that is running the macro. Does that mean I can fade between the two level times? I think that might be what that means. What's up, Slongo? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm just digging through the manual here, trying to figure out something about automating these Q stacks, trying to understand a little bit more about how this works. Release execute grid item. Okay, does that mean that I have a way to activate? Oh my god, I've been looking for that for like 3 days. Activate execute grid item. Holy fuck, that's amazing. Let's see if this works. I want to know if this works. So activate execute grid item E, and I do execute page / item. So E O / and then page and then item. Let's try this out. So that means I can. So let's see here. We're gonna look at this mover effect. We're gonna do two things here, or not mover effect. We're gonna go to this effect. Can I copy this? You should be getting out of work early. Nice. That is always nice. Okay, so I want to copy this effect bar zoom in. How do I copy it? I guess I have to go to my Q store and copy it back in that way, which is going to be a good reason for me to be organized. So let's do copy, FX bar, zoom in and put it in here. So if I'm understanding this correctly, it should be, let me go look at this again. So it's E space O slash, and now I need my like page numbers. So I know it's page 2, and then it's probably going to be like 10 or something like that. We'll go with that for the moment. Let's go look here in the execute page. Boy, I've been looking for this forever. I've got to make this work. Oh boy, this is going to be tough. I don't know what these are telling me. C2, C3, C4. Okay, so that's cell 4. Shit, that's not what that's telling me. Oh wait, that is. No, those are my color palettes. That's what that's telling me, is the color palettes. Am I just gonna have to like count this? What is my grid? Is it gonna just tell me? No. So it's gotta be 17. So which one is my Tetra soft palette? That's what I'm looking for here. Is this gonna actually work? Probably not, because I have oh wait, no, it'll work with the effect though. So let's say row 2, number 10. No wait, is that page 2? 18, 19, 20. We'll just go with 20 for now. See if that works. This is gonna really suck if I have to count these out every single time. I'm gonna have to get some shortcuts for remembering all of that. I'll have to like go grid it out somewhere. So let's go back into my playback. So we want to set this to not 10 but like 20, and then let's just copy that whole macro. Can I copy? No, I have to write it out. This may or may not work. E O slash 2 slash 22. All right, let's find out. That thing, I think that's working. I think that selected the color that I chose, or my soft palette is just already on that. Yep, my soft palette's just already set on that. So that didn't work. Hold please. Back to the manual. Does this tell me if I can run multiple macros? Slash or comma can be used as the separator between parameters and commands that have more than one parameter. After a command between the next command. Does that mean there's just not supposed to be a space? Does it just look like there's a space there? Maybe that's it. Maybe it just looks like there's a space. Or I'm not on the right execute page. Let's see here. Execute page 2. So if it's 17, then okay, so if I set that to white, that chooses it. Nope, that's not working. So that's not moving my execute grid. Actually, do I need to deactivate that first? Maybe that's the thing. Is there a way to like deactivate this? Does the release button work for this? Probably not. Nope, that just released my effects playback. We'll figure it out. This is definitely possible somehow. I've just got to figure it out. This would be a little bit easier. Actually, you know what? We should do this easier. Oh God, I did not mean to do that. Bring that tab back. There's a better way. There's an easier way to test this. And that way is going to be without using the effect. So let's go back to, boy, I'm getting all kinds of confused. Let's clear the programmer. And I'm gonna just dimmer down. Where's my Q store here? If it seems like I'm lost, it's because I am. So we're just gonna turn those off. I'm slowly learning all of this. This has been quite the amount to learn lately, I feel like, but I'm getting the hang of it. So now I want to dimmer up my blinders. Okay. And then I want to completely clear out all of the color information. So let's go to layer 1. We're going to select everything and we're just going to off all of the colors. Boom. We're going to set the blinders to white. Oh, you know what? Let's turn off everything but the blinders for the moment, just so I'm not confusing myself. Bar dims, wall bar dims, front dims, and we'll kill those and the washes. That way we're just looking at the blinders. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to set the color to the Tetra soft palette. So now since it's set, let's make sure that I'm correct here. Now since it's set on the soft palette, if I go to my execute grid and change this. Oh, right, that doesn't work, does it? I'd have to come in and reset the Tetra bars to the soft palette. Maybe that's why it's doing it. Am I just gonna have to add an extra cue step that like steps on the button first? Let's try that. Okay. So I don't think I need the blinder dimmers up to do this. Previous effects. Oh, I apparently do need the dimmers up. I lied. Somewhere here. Why for you no run? Playback's up. Why isn't it running? Maybe this command is fucking things up. Why would that be happening? Let's clear out the programmer. Set everything to off. There we go. Okay, now we got this running again. Oh boy. So we're gonna add a cue. Oh, you know, I want to remove the E there. I wish this gave me like a better idea of what it was doing. Activate execute grid item. Welcome to the stream where I'm learning programming sides of things and have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Just no damn clue what I'm doing. Let's test this though. If I come over to the execute grid and I change this, that changes my effects color. Okay, so that's good. That's definitely good. E0. Do I need to put a space between the commands? What did it say here? To activate Q stacks 30 and 32 and the Q stacks are at 100%. E30 plus 32. Okay. Multiple commands can be put in. Okay, no, it doesn't look like I need to have any spaces here. You don't understand what I'm working on? What I'm trying to do here is, so essentially I can use a thing called soft palettes. And what soft palettes do is they let me build effects without actual color built into them. Like for example, you see this effect that I have going that's doing this like cycling pattern. I'm using this with a soft palette. So that means if I come in here and I change the color, I can continue using the same effect with just changing the color. And that basically saves me from having to write the effect 15 different times. I only have to write the effect once, and then if I can find a way to automate the color change, then I can use whatever color with it I want at any given time. And if I can get it to work in this Q stack, then I can tell it to change colors as it's going along with the time code of the song. So at certain moments of the song, I could tell it to kick on any effect I want in any color that I want. So if I can figure this out, this is going to be a big deal. This is going to basically, like, if I can change these on the fly, that's going to save me a ton of time programming. Just a ton of time programming. It'll basically give me like millions of potential effects. So let's pull this back up and see here. E0/execute page 2 and then 30. Let's try that and see what it does. Next. Nope, that's not changing it. I don't know if I'm calling the execute grids correctly or not here. I'm assuming that's what I'm doing wrong. I'm telling it the wrong cell. Because I might be missing information here about how to activate execute grid items, like how to know what number that is. There's got to be like a number on the grid, right? 4. So it's like row 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know what that's telling me though. Apparently down here is row 1. And these all think, so this is 1, this is 2. So do I have to break this up to be like 2? Let's try something real quick. I'm gonna test an idea here just to see if it's working. I'm gonna put it on like page 2. Wait, let's look at the manual again. Execute page and then item. How am I gonna do this? So execute page 2, item 10. Let's do that real fast. I might be missing part of the syntax here. We're gonna test and see if that activated. No, it didn't. So do I need to do like, do I need to tell it the row like 1-7 or 2-7? Maybe that's what it is. There's got to be somewhere else in the manual to help me out with this, but I don't think that's going to be it. I'm just totally guessing at syntax here. No, that didn't move anything. 2, 2. So that's row 2. Well, I have an idea of what to look for now. So I'm gonna come back to this later. We're gonna kill this. I have this macro now though that I think is what I need. I just need to learn how to use it. We're gonna do other things for the moment though. Let's release this playback and let's throw up some dimmers. We're gonna go do some more dimmer chases. What is this on blackout? I guess I can just release that completely, can't I? Because we're gonna manually run our own dimmers here for the moment. We're gonna leave these playbacks off. Let's turn those on. Let's bring up the wall pars a bit so we got some context, and bring up the front. And I think it's time to change color palettes a little bit because we haven't changed color palettes in quite some time. So let's do that. I want to know what my movers look like. So let's pick one here that we want to use. We just do all purple. Nah. It's very, very red. Like, I need to get a lot more color palettes going on. I don't have them yet. I think we'll use this. We'll use Cool Chillin'. It's a pretty good one. I need to get just like tons more of these. Oh, I need to move all of these, don't I? That's so weird. I could have... Oh, no, I didn't come move these in my store yet, did I? Okay. So let's do that. Let's move the rest of these down. Because I'm going to have a lot of dimmer chases. All right. Let's get back to where we were. We got distracted for a minute. That's kind of unsurprising. Bring these blinder dimmers down though. We definitely don't need to be blowing up the blinders. And then where's the front dimmers? Let's pull those down a little bit for context. Oh boy. I got really excited there for a minute. and I don't understand the syntax of that command, so I'm gonna have to just mess with it for a few and see if I can get it to work for me. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. We need to kill the dimmers now for the movers. And then we'll go ahead and include this. And now let's do right left. Actually, you know what? I don't really think I need a right left. It essentially looks the same. There's really kind of no reason to not, or to do that weirdly. What does invert do? Invert just runs it backwards. Okay. Invert segments. That doesn't really do much either. Segments, wait. Actually, this could be kind of cool if we did it in like segments of 2s. 3s. There we go. That's starting to look kind of cool. So I like both of those actually. We'll do segments of 3s. Make sure nothing else is in my programmer here. Mover sign 3 segs. And then we'll do I like the 4 segment one as well. Like my programmer, 4 segments. That's kind of cool how it has this like, this is a dark track. I dig this. Mover sign 4 segs. I'm excited to get into programming songs. Like, the more I've been getting going on this, the more I'm excited to get this going. What else do we have here that we want to try? What's 5 segments do? It's kind of asymmetrical, but what happens if we add some parts to it? Four parts? 2 segments. Trying to get like a four segments. That's kind of cool, the top bottom thing. I actually like that. We're gonna do that. Effect store. We'll go mover sign top bot. Oops, if I could spell. And then let's see if I can get this effect that I wanted. If I do 2 segments in parts of 2, it's 4. Let's get rid of parts. So let's keep center out. I want to get that to where it's in grabbing lights in 2s, because I like it in segments. So that's all of them. It's so close to what I want. Let's get rid of segments for a second. What does it do if I do it in parts? I don't think parts is really actually changing anything, is it? Nope. So I may not be able to do this with the center out. I might have to do it like left, right. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the deal is with this one. Maybe if we do it here in parts, let's do it in segments like this. This actually might work. Oh, I'm so close. 5s? Damn. So close to what I wanted to do. I mean, that's cool right there, but it's not quite what I want. Can I part this out like parts of 2s? Segments of 2s? Oh, there we go. That's actually pretty cool. We could change the spread and make it not even. I actually dig that a lot. What does this look like if we throw in some new positions? Because we're just kind of looking at everything in this one position here, but we could change that. Stick it in. Oh, not mountain. Let's do like angel. They're kind of hard to see with the blinders up. I'm gonna pull some of those out, and then I'm also going to go ahead and temporarily let me go over to capture here real quick. We're gonna temporarily increase the brightness of these lights so that I can get a good idea of what they're doing while they're doing dimmer chases. It may not be the best idea in the world because that may not give me a realistic idea of what they're gonna do against the real lights, but still we'll intensity them up a little bit so that I can at least understand what's going on. It's easier to tell what they're doing when they're in these kind of positions. Just go back to forward for now. Okay, no spread makes it so they happen at the same time. Doing that makes it kind of like a pop on and off effect. That's kind of cool. I actually like that a lot. 200. I mean, I can't make the dimmers brighter than 100, so I don't know what the point of doing that would be. So this is kind of cool. What happens if we change the direction, though? I do kind of like this splitting sides kind of thing, so I think I'm going to stick with that. I think I like that odd even. We're going to go back to that. That was cool. So let's go ahead and save this. We'll call this mover sign even odd. Hopefully I remember what EO means at some point in time down the road. We're gonna move these because I'm thinking I'm gonna end up with more effects than I thought I was going to. How many effect slots do we have? We have 1,000 effect slots, so I'm not stressing it by any means. Okay, I still want to get this to work though. So let's put crossfades at 0. Then we're basically square chasing. Okay, I understand that. There we go. Well, it's not quite what I wanted. It's getting closer though. Let's see here. If I do it in 6 parts, there we go. Now we're talking. Now we're doing like a out from the center. Although, is this similar to something I already had? What if instead of parts I do it in 6 segments? That's not gonna make any sense. I don't have 6 segments to work with. So let's do it in 6 parts. Okay, I think that's what I want to do. And we'll do center out. Does that look different than my basic center out though? I don't think it does. I think this just looks like my basic center out. Like, does that even change anything? No, it doesn't actually change anything. I'm sitting here like faking myself out into thinking something's happening that isn't. Parts of 2s, parts of 3s. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting some cool stuff. Because now we have gaps in there. So now we get this movement, but with gaps. That's cool. Okay, we'll keep that there. We'll just run that. Although I think I want to make this one run even faster. And actually, I should probably go change a lot of these to run at 8th note paces, now that I think about it, because I can always slow them down when I use them, but I can't speed them back up. What's a 16th note? 0.125 divided by 2 is 0.0625. What does it look like running at 0.0625? That's not going to work, is it? Because I'm not getting the full resolution of it. I guess it technically doesn't really matter, because this effect doesn't need to be perfectly beat synced anyways. I guess for now we'll just go with this and hope that I don't need anything faster. No. I wish I could make that speed a little bit more detailed. There might be a way to. I just don't know. So we're going to do sine, left, right, gaps. I'm not sure if just like setting this to a crossfade of 0 is essentially the same as square, because I don't have a width that I can do to tighten it like I can with a square wave. Yeah, so we'll just do new effects with square waves. I'm not gonna worry about trying to do the same damn things. It'll be better if I have unique effects for each oscillator type. So let's see what else we can come up with here. We've got a lot of sine wave stuff. Let's go look in our effects store. Yeah, we have a full line. I'm gonna go ahead and move these back up for now. We'll rearrange as needed. I didn't mean to turn that off. Let's go to our Q store and organize, because I'm sure it put them in an annoying place. So many cues, so many things. I still need to do all the color palettes. I'm putting it off because it's honestly a bit boring. Oops, that's not where those were supposed to go. Those are supposed to go up here. You know what? I haven't saved in a minute. Let's save the desk just because I am paranoid. Okay, what other kind of stuff do we have to... I gotta be careful though, because I need to come up with... Well, no, I'm actually going to try and avoid... in the past, I've done chases that just go around the whole room, but I think I've learned that doing chases that go around the whole room just kind of look like chaos. They don't look very intentional. And so I might try and avoid chases that go around the whole room, I think. Yeah, we're going to avoid that. Also, I'm kind of thinking that with that one that runs up the side, I should have added the other two lights to it. We'll see. I'm talking about this effect right here, the that. Oh wait, I did have the bars up top, if you see that. Also, let's go and change that palette to like a red or white. White looks good. Also, this has like a built-in dimmer to the effect. I should go change that. Let's release this, because these things are super bright. I didn't mean to release all of them. I'm stupid. Bring those back up. Bring these back up a bit. Those are for lighting the back of our heads. Wall bars are for lighting the sides of the room. Front dimmer just kind of brings us up a little bit. And that's all I need there. Let's go ahead and pull this effect into the... so where's my effects store? I hope I understand what I'm doing. I hope I'm doing this all right. I really don't want to have to like repeat all of this someday down the road. We're gonna make this go like 0.25 seconds, I think. That way I can have it running in quarter notes. I don't think I'll ever need it running faster than quarter notes. And I don't know that I'll run anything faster than quarter notes because I may not be able to perfectly beat sync them otherwise. I also wish there was a way I could just like tap, like instead of tap tempoing the desk, if there was a way I could like just tell it at time-coded moments to change its tempo. I need to do some research into that because that very well may be possible. If I can like hard code in time or tempos into the desk rather than trying to tap tempo it in, that would be much better. So let's see here, we got levels. Yeah, let's change this to like 85. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Programmer, let's clear this. We're not going to update that. Let's try this again. Let's see if I can understand how to do this right. So we're going to include that. Can I not just like change this value? Yeah, so let's set these values to 75. These bars are really, let's set the value to 75. And then we'll update the queue. So now that should only run at 75% brightness whenever this effect runs. So let's include it again and make sure that it actually updated. I don't trust anything at this point. 75% dimmers. Got it. Slowly starting to understand this damn program. Let's grab all the movers. Let's do another dimmer effect. Any attribute. What do we have here? Ramp 1, ramp down. We can do a ramp down effect. That might be kind of cool. I'm curious what these pulse, like these multi-step pulses look like though. Let's speed that up a lot. I mean, sped up, I guess this just kind of looks similar. The size is at 100%. That's great. Put it in parts of 2. That's pretty cool. I wish it didn't like totally die there for a second though. It looks like some of the steps are off. But then again, that could be kind of cool. I wish I could edit it though. So let's go back to parts 0 and do like segments of 2 maybe. Because it'd be nice if one of the segments was always cycling in. That's pretty cool right there. I like that. It's a cool ramp down. Now let's go to like 0.5. Nah, I'm never going to use this effect that fast. It's actually one that I would probably use more at like a 2-second timer so that it's got this really nice ramp down to it. Okay, so the crossfade just turns it into squares. I don't want that. That's cool. So we'll call this ramp down 2 segments. Make sure nothing else is in my programmer here. No levels or anything. Okay. Effect store. Let's record this in. We'll do it down here. We'll do oops, I forgot to name it first. Mover ramp 2 segs. I do think I want to have one that's like oh shit. Let's include that in the programmer. I do think I want to have one that's not in any segments and that actually, what is it that I'm looking for? Oh shit. I meant to do that. Hold on. Effects. Let's include that. Can I just update this? Can I just like set it to 1 and then hit update? Cool. Because I didn't want it to be 2 seconds. I can slow it down to 2 seconds when I decide to use it. That way I have it basically set up the way I want. But I think this will look really cool if we coming over to our Q store here. I think this will look really cool if we check out some different positions. Yeah, because then we can get some like shapes and patterns going on. Real quick, let's do this. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn this color palette off because it's not. There we go. Do something with white so that I can see these movers a little bit better. Hopefully you can all see what's going on decently here. All right, back to our programmer. So I wanted to do this with no segments. Actually, no, I didn't want to do that. I want to do that with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 segments. That should make everything go off all together like that. Oh wait, this is the 4-step pulse. Never mind, this is not what I want to do this with. Okay, let's clear that out. Let's go and do, let's rename this actually. Mover 4 pulse. Mover 4 pulse 2 segs. Oh, it actually showed me the whole thing. Cool. Let's go ahead and set some, oops, don't select, clear. Let's go ahead and do shift set effects. Somewhere in here there should be a effects button for 4 pulse. I think it's this one. Okay. This will be so much more entertaining when I'm actually working on songs. So these are sine waves. So here in a day or two, I should have the controller, and once I have the controller, I'll probably do a day or two of testing, and then it'll be all about programming songs, and we'll just build parts as we need them for songs, and that way we can reuse them. Where the hell's my sine wave? I feel like this shouldn't be that hard to... Is it in attributes? No. Come on. It's got to be in effects. Somewhere here there's a sine wave. There it is. Shift set, and let's set these to square waves. Not a square wave, but that. So I know that it's a square dimmer chase. Let's go check in our Q store because they're going to be in dumb places. Where did it put this new one? There it is. Okay, so that's my pulse one, so we're gonna move this. What was this called? Mover 4 pulse 2 segs. Mover 4 pulse 2 segs. All right, now let's set our icons. I know this is like a whole bunch of busy work, but dear God, is it going to save me headaches someday someday. I'm going to be really glad I did all of this. Effects. This one is the sine waves. Oh, I don't want to move. I want to set. Oh shit. These got all mixed up, didn't they? Okay, where did it get screwed up here? I'm missing my sine wave left. Oh, there it is. This one got moved over here for some reason. There we go. Now we're back in step. I don't know what happened there. Something goofy. Effects, pulse. Okay. So now I know I've got my square chases here. Come on. Those are my sine wave chases. This should be my spin around the room chase, which isn't working right now because apparently I don't have all the dimmers up correctly. Actually, let's include that real quick into my programmer. So I have the size at 100, and I don't know that it really should be at 100, but I'm also a bit confused as to why all the lights aren't getting turned on. Maybe it's because I have playbacks on and the playbacks are stomping the deals. Let's find out if that's the case. Oh wait, no, I see the floor bars going. Why are the wash lights not going though? Oh, you know what? I didn't include the wash lights, did I? I was gonna leave those alone. I should probably put them back in though. We'll see. I'll do a second one with that in there later. Let's turn those wash dims up. Because I do need to have one that like spins everything in the room for certain things for sure. Okay. Are we decently organized? We're looking pretty good. Let's push everything back forward. And then let's see what else we have here for dimmer chases. We're getting close. We got a lot of cool stuff. No heads selected. Layer 1. Okay. Let's hit any attribute. So it looks like I could set like sine waves to go the opposite way as well. Like I can have them start up and come down. And that's really cool because that'll be helpful for when I do like, you know, if I have certain things in songs that I want, that'll be really, really helpful. Also, I should go back and rebuild that other one because I could probably get the tilt thing doing a lot more of what I wanted with that. So this is like a ramp down. Let's hit this really long so that we can see what it's doing. So this like lets us hit and then move. So it takes a really long time to pop back up. So let's spread it like 50%. That way it like kind of finishes and then comes back on. And we'll run it from the direction of center out. Actually, let's spread that back out a little bit more. That's weird. Why is it doing those two lights last? That's kind of weird. Let's try turning it off real quick and then restarting it and see if that zero it out, kick it back on. Nope. That's weird. That's really weird. Let's set the spread to 100 and see what that does. That's actually more what I want it to do anyways. This one is always going to be like a slower one, I feel like, because otherwise I would just use a sine wave. So I'm going to set this to a little bit slower. And we'll see what beat syncing it looks like later on. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should do it like this. No, I don't think I should. Let's go like 4 seconds. Because I think I want this to be nice and slow. I really wish that I could set this up to be a little bit different, but it'll work. Okay, speed type, everything looks good here. What does the crossfade look like if I zero that out? Of course that's what that looks like. Duh. What if we make it just like a little bit less than 100% crossfade so that they're popping on a little bit more. There we go. That's cool. Make sure I don't have anything else in my levels. Store. So let's record this as mover ramp down center. And then I think I want to go in here and do like a, what does the center in one look like? I mean, it's going to be essentially the same. It'll look differently when it's beat synced, I guess, but since I'm using since I have multiple sections, it's not going to matter anyways. So let's do something different. Let's do segments. That's cool. Okay, I like segments of twos. What if we put it into parts as well? Nah, I liked it better without the parts. This is pretty cool, just in segments of threes. Or segments of twos, sorry. So this is ramp down center. Boy, this is getting complicated to name. So it's mover, ramp, center with 2 segs. That's a mouthful, huh? Hey, it actually shows up though. Okay, so I think I'm gonna be finishing up now. Let's go ahead and set icons for these. Oops. That's not at all what I wanted to do. Oops, I didn't shift set. Let's shift set these. Nope, nope, stop it. Shift set, grab them, hit enter. And then when we go to effects, it was a ramp down effect. Maybe I will just like build some cues like this with the effects and build bigger looks together. I don't know. I can't decide how I want to do that. I feel like that's what I should do, is just build some bigger looks like with the whole room. Like, for example, like put this together and then put a different cue on. Oh wait, no, I can't do that here in the... Wait, I should be able to do that. I thought I tested this earlier and I was able to put multiple together. Oh, I can put multiple of different parameter types, so I can't put like 2 segments of dimmer chases together, but I can do something like this apparently. Although the tilt down fade is gonna already deal with that. I might just want to make like a tilt down effect that doesn't fade then. Because then I could have like this in-out pan tilt fade, and I should be able to throw on like the ramp down with it. Oh wait, no. Why is that doing the tilt? Let's clear the programmer. These are throwing it into the programmer. So if I put that on, and then we put the pan tilt fade. Oh, it's because it's got a fade built into it. That's why. So I need to make I need to just run. Let's clear the programmer. Let's run one of these pans that doesn't have a ramp effect, and then we could throw a ramp effect on it. There we go. Do it in segments. And then we could still go over to our cue store and put it into new positions. There we go. So now we can quickly change positions as well. And the nice thing is when I change positions with it in real time, I'll be able to tell it to take time, so it could take like 30 seconds to move into a new position maybe. So it'll give us a lot of flexibility for writing cues. Push them all to the back. So yeah, we're slowly getting this figured out. It'll be a learning experience when we do our first song for sure. All right, I'm gonna tidy up my cue store because I'm sure it put those new cues here somewhere stupid. Where are you? It did make cues for these new effects, didn't it? They're there. Move these. And then let's set icons for them. Ramp down, cool. All right. Oh, I need to come up with a good icon for wipes, because I have these as well. Like, throw these up. I have these wipe effects that'll wipe the rig from left to right, or vice versa. Oh, I gotta clear the programmer. Oh, these are the cue store. That's why. Shit. So let's see here. Let's go to the movers. Set them to white. All that pointing on Deanie's face. It looks funny. Clear out the programmer. If I go into the effects store, I should be able to use these wipes. Did I not save them as a effect? I probably should have. Well, I'm not going to worry about that. But yeah, I've got these wipes that'll let me... Oh, that's what I could do, though. I could change soft palettes. Because the wipes are using soft palettes, so we can wipe out from the center. Go change the soft palette back to white. And wipe back out. Oh, that's right. That's how it works. So I can change it on the fly. Oh, not effects. I want cue store. We could wipe into center, and now we could go change in our exec grid. We could go back to red, and it'll wipe into the center. So many cool effects that can be done, everybody. So many cool effects. We're gonna have a real light show that actually looks intentional, not like the chaos that I have now. And I am pretty damn excited for that. I gotta say, I'm pretty damn excited for that. Because yeah, we could wipe these into green. Wipe them into yellow. So all kinds of fun stuff we can do. Wipe them into orange. Although when they're not next to it, they wipe in weird ways. So I'll have to be paying attention to that. But at any rate, we have some color wipes, so that's cool. And I can easily turn playbacks on and off with automation. So that's good. I've been trying to think through what it's going to look like to automate the whole thing in my head on a per song basis. And I think I have it basically mapped out. It's just going to be a matter of like getting the ideas all completely dialed. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, that's what I was lacking. I need to set an icon for wipes. Probably going to do an effect thing. I feel like that would be the most sensible icon, but I already used it for something else. Actually, this works. That works for a good wipe icon. It tells me it's wiping across. Everything needs to have an icon or a color or something, because otherwise I'm going to get completely lost in here. My stack store. Okay, we don't have much for stacks just yet. Also, can I remove this one? It's used in page 1 playback 1. I don't need that. I can remove that. Well, no, it's gonna make the stack even. Never mind. It's gonna make the stack no matter what I do. So let's go back to the stack store. This should be this one, however. I don't think I need. Yeah, that one was not in use. Let's move that up here. Color. I need like a dim. Is this dim or reset? QStack 4 not used on any playbacks. That one might get used later. There's got to be a dimmer, like a blackout. Maybe I need like a blackout. No, I don't need that. But color. And then we should have dimmers. And then dimmer chase, reset. There should be a reset here somewhere. Positions, move effects. Reset. Okay, there we go. Nice and organized. Let's save this. And then let's go up here and save capture as well. Oops, I did not mean to grab that. Save. Okay, cool. I think we're at a good stopping point. We got a lot of progress here. Got a lot of new effects to work with. We can ditch these dimmers here with these playbacks, and we can check out some of these effects real fast. We've got, oh, you know what, we should put them in white so we can see them. And actually, let's make everything else blue. Come on, make my movers white. And then we can quickly and easily, actually, let's make sure that I don't have a position selected here in the Q store. Okay, it doesn't look like I do. Let's move these around a little bit. So with the palettes, I should be able to save some of these as well, doing like 6-star plus, and then move those to like, let's move it to something pointed in. There should be like the point one. Where's that at? Point. So now they should like move into their positions, but one at a time. So they like kind of slowly all change positions into the new deal. And I think if I do it like this, then they don't do it in parts, they just... Okay, so that is how that works. Maybe it's not star that I'm looking for. What if I just type in 6? Does that make it happen over time? Okay, cool. So if I just type in a number and do it, then I can test it with fade times. That's cool. So if we fade over 6 seconds, we can fade into back spots. and it should move all of the heads so that they all get there in about 6 seconds. Cool. All right, good to know. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you all so much for coming in and hanging out. I will, let's see here. I'm gonna switch this over to just Chamsys here real quick. I will go ahead and see you guys later. You all have a good one. I'm gonna see if there is somebody's channel that we can raid here real fast. Let me take a look and see if anybody's on that I know. So 1 sec. Or who knows, maybe we'll raid into somebody I don't know. Let's go back to Twitch. Who's doing what? Zosty's playing Super Metroid. I mean, I like Super Metroid. Let's go raid Zosty. I also watch Zosty play Super Metroid a lot anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You all take it easy.